Yo, the 10 seconds. We need a moment of
We gotta
silence.
do it again.
We gotta do it again. We gotta do it again. No, just kidding. Look at that. Dañaste el podcast ya.
No, I know how my students feel when I'm like, be quiet.
Wow.
Cha. Thais. Am I saying it right?
Thais.
Why do I always say Thais?
Because you're thinking of Thanos.
Thanos?
The Avengers.
Thais.
Mentira, Thais.
Thais.
I know, I'm just messing
Pero
with
ese es
you.
tu last name.
No, ese es mi segundo nombre.
It's her middle name.
My first name is Jelani, like Melanie.
Jelani.
I like Thais.
Jelani Thais.
Jelani es como like...
It's like
Jello.
Melanie mixed with Jello.
Melanie, yeah.
No me digan Jello.
¿Qué es lo que es Jello?
Thais.
No, Thais.
Mentira, relajando. Bienvenido to Aqui Chillin.
Thank
Word
you.
up.
Gracias.
Welcome.
We're excited to have you on because I feel like this is going to be a super dope episode. Relájate, no te tan seria.
Estoy relax.
We chillin'.
Bébete un traguito para que
Sí,
te...
mira.
Ay, pero-
Es un vino, eso es un vino vintage del 2008 de Napa Valley.
Wow.
No, ese es de
Sacado-
1982.
You know what they say, right?
What?
Right? Que, what is it again?
Eh,
The older, the better.
The older, the
wine.
better, yeah.
The older the better.
Yeah.
Y lo más caro también.
¿Cuántos años tú tienes?
23.
Ah, ok.
Ah, pues una
Ya la-
chamaquita.
Sí.
Estoy jovencita.
Bueno, a los 30 es que uno dice, tú estás como el vino.
Ah, pues yo tengo 30.
Exacto.
Ah, pues yo
como el
estoy
vino.
como el vino.
This next year I'm gonna be 30. They're gonna be
Yeah.
like, tú estás como el vino.
Mientras más viejo, más bueno.
Wow.
Vamos el micrófono para ver si para que se escuche bien.
Ah, okay.
Sí. O habla un poquito más alto, así,
Más alto.
así agarramos el acento mejor.
Accionera.
Chonera. Bueno, explícanos una introduccióncita para que el público cuando escuche el episodio sepa quién tú eres. Y tú nos has dejado saber que tú eres una maestra aquí en la ciudad de Nueva York, right?
Sí.
Yes.
So, dan un poquito una introducción. We'll let you take care of that para que la gente sepa what you
Okay.
do.
Perfect. So my name is Jelani Thais. I am 23 years old. Soy nacida y criada en Puerto Rico.
Hey.
Déjame ver. Soy una maestra. This is my third year as a teacher. I'm a
Nice.
bilingual teacher in the Bronx.
Pues tú comenzaste a los 20.
I started at 21.
21.
I'm going to
Damn.
turn 24 in November.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Ooh, November
Okay.
what?
19, Scorpio.
Ooh, November 7.
Ooh, that's my grandma's birthday.
Nah, me and your grandma is cool already. Yo, that's
and
dope.
I was supposed to be born that day too, but I was late.
Wow.
Yeah, extremely late.
¿Cómo va a ser? Pero you were days late, nadie que hours
Oh,
late.
late.
Days
yeah,
late.
that was the due date, and didn't come out until the
Leí un par
19th.
de horas.
No, ¿verdad? Ese late está medio...
Chacho.
Wow, that's cool. Look at that. Shout out to your grandma.
Yes, Scorpio.
Tell
Pues-
I'm gonna visit her. We're gonna drink.
Yeah,
real.
no bebe.
Okay, agua.
Okay.
Agua, un poquito de agua.
That's cool. ¿Y qué grado? tú
Segundo
enseñas?
grado.
How's that?
I love it.
Pero no son como bien acelerados.
Carpetoso, como dicen.
Son, they're discovering their personalities. Like, their personalities are coming out. But I think, I don't know, I have a really good relationship with my students. I speak to them outside of the classroom. They have my number. They call me when they need help with something.
They got cell phones?
The parents' cell
the
phones.
parents,
Some of them
okay.
do, though.
Nah.
Some of them have better
Ya
phones
le-
Por
than
eso
me.
pregunto.
pero ven
That's
acá.
why I asked.
Hold up,
Vivimos
time
en
out.
tiempos diferentes.
Eso te estoy diciendo porque when I was in second grade, I didn't have that. Like to
No.
communicate with the teacher. or
Second
something like
grade. I didn't even know how to dial a number in second grade.
Word up.
Yeah,
But that's what's up because you can
Yeah.
ask for assistance, cualquier cosa.
So, y los muchachos hoy en día, you see babies playing around with tablets.
Sí, pero they be FaceTiming me, and I'm like, guys,
that's-
like they think they see me so young that
Yeah.
they think that I'm like their friend.
Okay.
And it's nice. I like it, but they're like, oh, you're like a teenager, Miss Vega. I'm like, I'm not a teenager, guys.
Damn.
Like, I had a whole life.
That's a good thing, though.
It is. I love it. I love the relationships I have with them and the parents. It's beautiful.
How is it after like they move on to like a different grade? Do you
It's-
miss them? Like,
yeah.
because certain students have like different characteristics. You know, what I'm saying that
And they do get attached, too.
they get
Yeah.
attached. A lot of them is characters, so you remember a lot of them, and you be like, "Oh, damn, I miss that little kid. It was funny."
No, of course. My first year, I think was my hardest. All my students were crying the last day. I cried.
Yeah,
They
so
were my
lloraste
first
también,
kids.
ah,
Yeah, and the parents, they even signed a petition for me to move up to third grade.
No way.
Ah.
And I was like, this is not possible because the next following year, I was going to become a dual language teacher. And what that means is that you have two teachers and I have two classrooms. So I'm the Spanish side teacher and the other teacher's the English side.
Huh?
So kids have to learn 50-50 Spanish and English, and they had to be proficient at both languages.
Is that effective, having two different teachers teaching two different languages
That's crazy.
It is.
at the same time?
It's not so the way it works is called a blue class and a red class, right? So my homeroom is the red class and her homeroom is the blue class. She's the English teacher. So let's say this week that's coming up, she has the blue class.
Okay.
So they're with her Monday through Friday. She's doing every subject in English. Then in the meantime, I have the red class. I'm doing everything in Spanish. Then the next week comes and we flip. So I have the blue class now, and they're doing everything in Spanish: homework, reading, writing, math, science, social studies.
Nice.
And they both got to be proficient in both languages.
Damn.
Nice. Han cambiado las cosas, de
Word
verdad.
up, word up.
Pero,
Now,
pero
go ahead.
enseña que la importancia de los dos idiomas.
Claro.
Claro,
No.
y más hoy en día. Ahora, antes de continuar hablando de tu carrera profesional, ¿no? ¿Verdad? Como maestra, let's talk about you and your background. Like, yeah, she's like, whoa, he's about to talk
Like,
about,
whoa,
damn.
Like, I'm not ready.
Whoa, nah, come on.
I'm joking.
Yeah, ¿a dónde naciste?
Nací en Mayagüez, en el oeste de Puerto Rico. Y me
Mayagüez.
crié en Lajas.
Oh, me too.
Oh, really?
Yo soy boricua.
Bien body.
Bien body, man. I like that. You see how I looked at him like, wait, what?
I know that.
That's dope. ¿Y te criaste hasta qué edad en Puerto Rico?
Hasta los 13 años.
Y después viniste a Estados Unidos.
Me vino a los Estados Unidos por mi mamá. My mom. She was
Okay.
a teacher. And
Oh, so your mom was a teacher.
Wow.
Now that's what I want.
Nice,
I want to
like
see where the teaching came from.
Exactly.
It's funny because as a young girl, like I used to play teacher and stuff, but I always said I'm never going to be a teacher. Like I
Mira
didn't.
eso.
That's not
Never
what
say
I
never.
wanted.
¿Por qué?
Because I wanted to be like, I don't know. I just wanted to do different things, other things. Like I remember until I came here, I wanted to be a meteorologist.
Okay.
And then,
I thought you was gonna say yo quería ser Cardi B, una vaina así.
no, tampoco
No,
así.
no había Cardi B en esos
Así.
tiempos.
No, and then from there, I was dancing a lot. So I went to college originally for performing arts.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
That's fire.
And then
What type of dancing?
my main focus is salsa.
okay.
So-
Tú no bailas bachata.
Yeah, of course I dance bachata and merengue.
Okay.
I mean,
Name it.
Oh,
If she
Come
dance
on.
salsa, I'm sure she dances. I can't dance salsa ni que me paguen.
A mí me
I can
encanta la
dance salsa.
salsa.
I be trying. Yo
But not that too many spins.
yo
Ahora
bailo un poquito y después me pierdo.
Que la gente overthink salsa. Like you
Yeah.
guys overthink salsa a lot.
Yo
Nah,
sube
it's
the flow.
simple. Like the basic is simple. Pero cuando comienzan a dar demasiada
You
vuelta.
just gotta feel the music in your heart and you're good.
¿Cuál es tu
That's
favorita salsa?
A mí me encanta cualquier salsa que sea del Gran Combo.
El Gran Combo de Puerto Rico.
Vámonos para el monte. Esas son-
Encanta el Gran
no.
Combo. Un verano en Nueva York es one of
Un
my
verano.
O
favorites.
demasiada
Okay.
dura. Y la de Héctor Lavoe, ¿no te gustan la salsa de él?
Oh, I love it. Aguanile.
Yeah.
He has periódico de ayer.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah,
Good
he
stuff.
has
Look
good
at you. She
songs.
know her music.
Of
so.
course, I'm not here lying.
Oh,
Oh,
we
shit.
fact checking her. You know what I'm
I'm a
saying?
real boring.
Okay, that's what I'm talking
She
about.
telling the truth like 6ix9ine.
You know how I know she real? I'm gonna tell you how I know she a real boricua, puertorriqueña, ¿no? ¿Verdad? Porque ahorita estaban hablando y yo le pregunté a ella una simple pregunta que yo le he hecho a mucha gente. ¿Tú sabes lo que es arroz mampoteado? And she responded to me hasta me dio una receta. So you know she's body.
Sí, straight body.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yo, pero cuando tú llegaste a Nueva York, how was it? You like it? You like New York?
So I was very familiar with New York prior to coming here.
Oh, because you used to travel.
Yeah, my grandparents were here because at the time my grandpa wasn't doing well with his heart.
Okay.
So they got an apartment here, and I always spent my summers here with my grandparents.
Oh, okay.
But it was nice. I used to love it in the summer. But when mommy said, "No, vamos a mudar," I was like heartbroken. I came
man.
here, and it was so different. I didn't speak English. Just having to like the way everybody dressed was different.
Everything's different.
I just couldn't fit in like my first year. So it was really hard. I didn't really have helpful teachers. You know, they were white, so I couldn't relate to them. And I think that's why I decided to become a teacher, a bilingual teacher, because of that.
Where did you come to when you came to the United States? Was it New York?
Yes, I was in the Bronx. I was
Bronx.
by Vandals, Castor Hill.
Okay, I
I was
used
with my
to go to
grandma.
school around there.
And I went to a Catholic school my first year there. And then I got transferred to Yonkers. And that's when I just finished high school over there. And then from there I went to college.
Nice. Look at
Te
that.
fuiste para el campo.
Me
Yeah.
fui otra vez para over there.
¿Y aprendiste el inglés rápido o tu mamá te pone a ver muñequitos?
I mean, you
que para
speak
que
it well.
aprendiera?
No, my mom, her English was perfect because she used to live here when she was younger. So, and she was an English teacher in Puerto Rico. So when I would come from after school, it was like, let's sit at the table and we're going to practice the ABCs. We're going to do everything, the way you pronounce certain words. Like it was every day on top of the homework I was giving. I had homework with my mother. Like there was no time for failure in my mom's.
That's
like,
good.
you know.
She had high expectations of you then, right?
She did.
That's good. Shout out to your mom.
Shout out to your
Seriously.
moms, yo.
Y ahora entonces, like, ya tú estás aquí en Nueva York, you know, you're chilling. When do you decide you want to become a teacher?
Decided to do that. So I went to WCC, Worcester Community College,
Okay.
and I did performing arts. My first 2 semesters, I was focusing more in dance. And then, I don't know, I took a semester off to focus in dancing. I was doing it here in the city. And I don't know, something just came to me. And I was like, you know what? I feel like I should just be a teacher. Like, I always was interested in it. An opportunity came up where they were like, if you decide to become a teacher, we pay for your master's once you graduate for undergrad. And then I was like, you know what? I want to be a bilingual teacher because when I came here, I had no support from my teachers. And I know how hard it is to adjust. It's really hard to adjust from a complete different environment, you know, and trying to fit in and, you know, feeling ashamed because you have an accent or you don't say
Your
certain
accent
words,
is fire,
right?
though. I was
Thank
gonna
you,
tell
thank you,
I
thank
like
you.
it.
Yeah, no, it's dope.
So, you know, but it took a while for me to accept that because all throughout high school, I hated my accent. I'm like, oh my God, like I just wish it would go away, you know? So that's why I decided to become a teacher. I wanted to make sure that I help those kids.
And it's interesting you say that. Porque,
And you get the summers off.
Yeah, of
Damn, you
course.
do
And
that.
the weekends.
yeah, living the good life.
That too.
Pues sí, you're right. Yo vine aquí también pequeño, and I knew a lot of people that came like at your age, like around 11, 12, 13, and it's harder for kids cuando vienen a este país like after they're 10.
grande.
Yeah, más grandecito porque I feel like that's when the real bullying starts, you know?
real.
Sí.
Yo vine chiquito, like I was here when I was 5, tú sabes, I was bilingual up to like 3rd grade, then they switched me. Y ya después aprendí el idioma. Pero I noticed like older kids, when I was in junior high and they were coming in, tú solo veías en la cara, like they, you know, you kind of felt bad because they had to go through that process.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sure that was a little bit challenging
It
for you at the
is.
time, right?
It is. And I feel like, como tú dijiste, when they're little, they're like, I like to see them like sponges. When you're little, you just absorb everything.
That's true.
When
Yeah.
you're
That's
older,
true.
it takes longer to learn certain things, you know? And I feel like little kids, if they just sit there
Rápido.
for a week y ya saben ciertas palabras. A
Sí.
mí, it took me forever, you know?
Es verdad, es verdad. Entonces, so tú fuiste a Westchester Community College for arts, right? Para bailar y aprender y hacer eso.
What was your goal in dancing?
Yeah.
Did you want to be like Broadway or cualquier cosa, or just dance with like artists and stuff
A
like
dance company,
So,
maybe?
I originally like wanted to become an actress. That's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
I see it. You got
You
the
see
accent.
it?
Got that.
Word up. That's that Rush
¿Qué significa
Hour.
eso? ¿Qué
Rush
significa
Hour 3
eso?
accent. What was that? La Boricua.
So, no,
Oh.
hay una colombiana que es Sofía Vergara.
No.
I'm constantly
Es una
being-
Boricua. She was in Rush Hour when they was in France or some shit like that.
What part is this? Part 3?
Part 3. I think so.
I don't
Or
remember
2.
part 3.
Yo no sé.
¿Ustedes no vieron Rush Hour?
Haven't
Yeah, I've
seen-
seen Rush Hour
I
part
saw the first
1.
part,
yeah.
but never. I didn't see 2 or 3.
¿Cómo que you didn't see 2 or 3?
No la vi.
Tú estás relajando.
She's serious.
Yo, you can't.
serious.
¿Cómo así?
No le
That's
digas
a
eso.
classic.
Favorite movie.
Es un classic.
No, solamente la primera. That's
Wow. Okay.
That was probably one of the
I think
best
it was the
ones.
second one. I think it was second. Pero she had that accent and it was dope. And she was one of the main characters.
Oh, yeah, era puertorriqueña?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yo, she's
He
famous
loves the accent.
too.
That's what it is. I love that. It's really
And
cool.
she look good.
it. Thank you.
She look good. That's what-
No, not you.
No,
Not-
no,
I ain't
no,
even-
No, I'm talking about the
no.
actress. The
I know.
actress. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what do you mean she doesn't look
That's
good?
what I'm saying.
Esa falta de respeto.
Ya sé, espérate.
Oh, whoa.
Now you look good too. Pero she was fire.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Now,
Entonces,
I need that name.
you gotta find it. That's your homework now. You gotta find it. So, tú estás cogiendo clases de baile, right? So now you decide to become a teacher. What school did you go to to study to become a teacher?
So there was many changes. I went to Newport, and I was majoring in education. I went and I was like, I'm gonna be a teacher, second grade. Like that's what I wanted.
So you
to
knew
be.
second grade?
I always wanted second grade, always. And I don't know, something came. I went to my guidance counselor one day, and he's like, listen, if you want to be a teacher, you need these many credits to graduate. And I'm like, I'm going to be here for another 3 years.
Muchacho.
No. So my mom, I call my mom, my mommy, you know what? Like, I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm going to do teaching. She's like, you know what? There's this program in New York City. It's called New York City Fellows. They'll pay for your master's, but you cannot have an undergrad in teaching. And I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I want to be a teacher, but if I do, I'm going to be extra in school. Yeah. So I decided to major in just Spanish with a minor in Latin America and Caribbean Studies. And then from there, I graduated within like 2 semesters, and I applied for the fellows. I got accepted, and I went to Hunter College, and I got my master's in bilingual education.
Nice. So to become a teacher, you don't need an undergrad in education?
You don't. It depends. Like, if you're doing it through a program, then you're fine. And I believe in charter schools, I'm not sure, don't quote me on this, but I don't think as long as you get certified, you're fine. But I didn't go as my undergrad for education. I started it, but I didn't finish it.
Bro, we should become teachers.
Yeah, that's a fact.
We should go.
Is there somebody that you could be like, yo, hook me up?
Like, can we buy our certification?
Yo, that part right there, when you edit it, can you add a blink? Like the blink in the eye, like cling. Yeah, like
a little quick edit.
Yo, you seen Rush Hour 2, bro?
Yo, él está con esa.
That Puerto Rican chick that she was in the lingerie, and what's her name?
Oh, lingerie. I think red lingerie, right?
Some shit, yeah.
I remember the red lingerie.
But you could just check on Google.
Yeah, porque estamos en airplane mode.
He didn't put the Wi-Fi.
Check it. No tenemos Wi-Fi.
We're in 2019 now.
Nah, we're about to be 2020 soon.
Yo, just in case I do have internet, la vaina es que we gotta put it in airplane mode. Because now it's gonna be... Nah, porque la gente habla, you know what I'm saying?
No, de una vez dicen Chico Swag no tiene conexión en su celular.
Didn't pay the bills.
Wow. Damn. So te graduaste de education, and then how did you get your first teaching job?
So I got my teaching job at the same time I got into my grad school. So I was going to grad school and I was teaching at the same time, and that was
in the Bronx.
Hard. I was teaching in the Bronx and I was going to school in Hunter. So after school I would rush.
My sister went to Hunter. She graduated from there. That's a good school.
Hunter's a good school for education.
It's a good school.
Yeah. I think for like journalism too, right?
Yeah, it's good for that. And dance.
Overall, it's a good.
It's really good. Yeah, I try to get into Hunter.
I went to Harvard.
¿Tuviste para Harvard?
Sí.
Te lo creo.
Yo fui, pero me sacaron de ahí.
Él fue.
Yo visité.
Él pasó por
Yo pasé por ahí y la seguridad me dijo, oye, tú no puedes estar aquí.
Tú no puedes.
¿Tú me entiendes?
Él le dijo, yo vine a ver a Obama.
Pero fui.
Pero fuiste.
Okay.
Sí, excelente, felicidades. nunca mencionó que se graduó, pero fue.
Pero fue. De lejito la vio.
Oh, man, that's awesome. So, you become a teacher, second grade teacher. First day of school. Let's talk about that.
Oh, first day.
You're
of
our
school.
first well, no, because we had other educators. I consider like Bob was an educator. What he does,
okay.
I consider
like a teacher. I mean,
but you're our first like Liz Bell was very educational when she came on.
Kenny is a teacher.
Kenny's a teacher, right? Our last guest. He's actually a high school teacher, right? Yeah, he's a high school teacher, and he sings bachata.
Wow.
Real Kenny J, very talented.
Multitask.
Very talented. So, but you're our first, is it elementary, we will say?
Elementary, yeah.
Elementary school teacher that's on the podcast. So our second official teacher. So your first day of class, how was that? Nerviosa estaba tú.
Oh, man. I was so nervous, especially because... Prior to that, certain teachers were like, "Oh, good luck with those kids." Like, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like, and I look so young. Like, I'm 21. Like, these kids are probably not gonna take me serious. They
thought you were a student.
Yeah. So whatever. I go to the auditorium. I picked them up, and we sat on the rug. I remember. And it was beautiful. Like, I told them, they were like, "Oh, you're so young. You're so pretty." Like, the girls were crazy.
Do they have a nickname for you? Like Miss T, Miss...
No, Miss Vega.
Miss
They call me Miss Vega.
Vega, ¿por qué?
That's my last name.
Damn, muchacho. Pero... Oye, Oye, Vega, ¿por qué? You think she's like,
Okay.
you think she's Vega from Street Fighter? Like, what?
You don't have your last name nowhere.
I mean,
On social
Pero
media.
¿por qué? So my kids can find me or my coworkers can find me?
you know, she can't have her kid look at her twerk videos on Instagram.
The twerk
Yeah,
videos.
Just kidding,
They
just
can't see
kidding.
me when I'm going out on a Saturday night, you
I hear
know.
you.
They
They be like, oh my
can't.
God, look at Miss Vegas taking shots.
Oh,
No, but
shit.
you know what? That's the reason I used to have my last name on
Okay.
social media.
But then people-
And my aunt name used to be my name. So I remember my first year, one of my kids towards the end found me on Instagram and on Facebook.
Wow.
And I was just like, oh no, this
That's
is getting
awkward.
He slid into her DM. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's
a
uncomfortable.
second grader, a second
Bro.
grader.
I would have done the same.
Like my dog gave my homework.
Yo, pero, all right, so you gotta tell people your Instagram name, though.
My Instagram.
We're gonna
Explain
put
it.
it, but tell them, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
so
Karaya, right?
It's Karaya and
Underscore June.
Luna.
What's Karaya?
Karaya stands for it means moon in Taino language.
Okay.
And I'm like, I love the moon. I absolutely love the
So
moon.
tú tienes Luna.
Yeah.
¿Cómo así?
Luna.
Yo, that shit sound crazy.
Wait.
Porque on Instagram, it look fire. I was
Yeah.
like, Karaya.
Mariah Luna, that's what you have?
No, but I had to put Loon because it was taken. Karaya was taken with the underscore. So I had to put Loon in there.
Luna.
No, it doesn't say Luna. It says Loon.
Loon.
Lune.
Okay.
How you gonna tell you my Instagram name?
That's a
Come on,
fact.
come
That's a
on.
fact.
It says...
I thought it
eh,
said Luna.
No.
Okay.
It says Monday.
Monday,
Monday,
Lune.
Monday.
Wait, am I bugging?
It says Luna for Dominicans because we don't say the S.
No, ustedes se la comen.
So
Comen
Luna.
la S.
All right, so we got Moon Monday. We got a special guest today. We got Moon Monday over here.
In the house.
Hey.
No, normal. Ahora, go ahead, my
Oh,
fault,
yeah.
bro.
And she's a vegan.
Yeah,
I'm a vegan.
I want-
2 years now.
2 years.
What made you change? I always ask people that.
So, curiosity, no particular reason.
Okay.
I have a friend, obviously,
Too much
who's
mondongo?
vegan. No, espera, tampoco así, you know. I literally, when I turned vegan, I wanted to try it for a week. I was just trying it, just to try it. And I liked the way I felt. Like, it was different. I was like, you know what? Let me continue doing it. And next thing you know, I just became vegan. Yeah.
Do you cook your own vegan meals at home?
I do. I definitely do. It makes it easier.
What's
because
your best dish?
my best dish? I would like to say I make some noodles. They have mushrooms, peppers. I put squash in it, quinoa. And then I fry some sweet plantains on top.
Do you
and I
saute
like
it?
Yeah, saute it.
Do you put a little bit of soy sauce in it?
No, I don't use soy sauce. I don't like soy. I don't like using soy.
Okay.
So I use this, oh my God, I forgot the name of the brand, but I use this garlic sauce. It's supposed to be like soy sauce.
Okay.
And it's really good.
Sounds good.
That's
Damn.
fire. Damn, yo con hambre aquí.
Sí, ya me dio hambre. I'm
Damn.
hungry. That's what's up.
You should have meal prepping, bro. So, damn.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I was all the way
That's
in
crazy.
Rockland, guys. And
That's
he
all
almost
right.
gave me the
What's
wrong
Rockland?
address.
Rockland what?
What happened? Scratch that.
He
Yo.
was going to send me to New Jersey.
To New Jersey, damn.
Listen, I got fat fingers. I was typing and like I hit the wrong number.
That's
Not my
crazy.
fault about that, you know.
It's okay. It
I
happens.
apologize on camera so people know.
Tica Jersey, muchacho.
How you feeling?
Feel good.
Chilling?
I feel good. Yeah.
Yeah?
Chilling.
How's
You
that
feeling-
wine?
It's good. Gotta have to
Ella ni ha
go,
bebido.
You taste
Yo he
the
bebido como que no. I'm slow. I like to take it easy.
¿Cómo que slow?
you taste the grapes, right?
Ella hizo así, mira. Ni se topó. Like, you know how sometimes you just wet lips? Like,
Haciendo
No, se
bulto.
pasaron.
No, ahora. Bueno, before we continue, I just want to say que el verano se está acabando aquí en Nueva
It's
York.
crazy. Word up.
You know what I'm saying? So bring your sweater. Hoodie season is
It's
back.
crazy. Word.
You know what I'm saying? So
I took my bike to work on, well, basically the whole week. And en la noche, yo trabajo de noche. And it will be like 60 degrees. Y eso se siente muchacho.
you be wearing shorts.
No. Like, even I'll have a sweater. It's just so cold.
Yeah, it'd be
With 60
chilly. Yeah,
degrees.
yeah.
And then when I come out in the morning,
Hace calor.
así, no, también está frío porque
Sí,
yo...
pero ya cuando llega como a las 11 o las 12,
Se
ya está
calienta.
caluroso.
Yeah.
Y
Sí.
después, cuando
cogí-
vienen las 7, ahí es que está el frío.
De nuevo. Eso sí es verdad.
I was about to get a little cold, pero tú sabes, Viva Porú.
Viva por Uruguay.
El VIX.
VIX.
Oh, Vix.
Por todos lados.
¿Qué es lo que
And
usted
ginger tea.
Oh, yeah, ginger. I had ginger tea this morning. I love ginger
You
tea.
did,
Yo
yeah.
pelo mi jengibre y después caliento el agua, lo
Yeah,
echo,
yup,
you know, a little bit of
natural,
honey,
yup.
un chin de limón.
Ay, no, yo no puedo ponerle honey o limón. Yo me lo bebo así.
Sola.
Right, yeah.
Word?
Really?
With a little honey?
No, que henny ni henny.
No. Wait, really? You drink it by itself like
Yeah,
that?
I've never. I love tea, but I was never the type to put honey or
You don't put sugar in
anything.
it?
No, I just drink it like that.
Ah, pues tú eres una persona como...
I'm over here thinking like I'm being healthy, putting honey in.
I know,
and
right?
she's over here like, I don't use none of that.
None of that
I'm
shit.
like,
Yo soy natural.
Damn.
En verdad, yo soy natural porque...
En verdad.
En verdad, yo no uso jengibre.
Diantre, diantre.
¿Qué yo hice? Yo no hice nada. No, I'm just kidding. So, you were telling us earlier que you have some goals that have to do with education. You're trying to go back and get another degree?
Yes, I
And there's
am.
also something...
You gonna go
Are you
back to
trying to...
school?
What are you trying to do by getting another degree? You're already
Yeah.
getting a master's.
So, I mean, I'm taking this year to just think what I want to do, but I definitely I want to do something big for the education system. I feel like, I love being a teacher, especially to our community, to the Latino kids.
Right.
But, I feel like, I don't know, I really truly feel like the system is very unfair to our kind and to minority and just in general.
Explícate.
Me explico. Okay, so, for example, when a student comes here in third grade, let's just say, it doesn't matter, any grade, they come here, they're required to take a state exam, right? So now, you said you came here, right, at a young age as well,
Yeah.
right?
Like
So
6.
So you know how it feels. You're coming from a different country. You don't speak the language. You don't speak English. So now you come in the middle of the year or at the beginning, whatever, doesn't matter. And now at the end of the year, you're forced to take a state exam that you know nothing about. You fail it.
A standardized
agree.
exam,
A
right?
standardized exam, exactly, the state exam. And you fail it. First of all, you don't know you have no prior knowledge of what they're talking about in social studies because you're learning a different social studies,
Different history.
different history in a different country. Then you don't know the language on top of that. So you're gonna fail. You're not gonna. You being held responsible or like to the same standards as the other children who've been here all their lives.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
It's not.
That's true.
Then on top of that, they gotta take an extra exam just because you came from a different country. It's called the NICE lab. So basically, this exam measures students' English, their English,
Their English proficiency.
Yeah,
no,
to see
¿verdad?
how they are. So there's 4. There's entering, expanding, transitioning, and once you hit commanding, then that means you're not an English language learner anymore. But they make it so hard for these students that they never get to pass. Because they're using terminology that even students who've been here all their lives, they can't even pass that exam.
So what happens? So when they fail, what happens to the student?
They will continue staying in bilingual classes until they graduate high school.
Until they prove themselves that they could pass those exams.
Damn.
Yeah, but then what happens when they hit high school is different. Now they become embarrassed, like, oh, I'm an L. Like, I'm in an L class, an English language learner class. So now they start to feel ashamed because they don't speak, they don't speak Spanish English the way they should. You know? So now people are putting them down like, oh, like, you're still an L. And mind you, they speak English perfectly fine. They just can't pass that test.
The test, yeah.
Because the test gets harder each year. So if you didn't pass it in
crazy.
first grade, second grade gets harder. Third grade, the way the test changes, even as an adult, like, I look at questions and I'm just like, I don't even know the answer.
That's crazy.
So it's not fair.
It's not fair because I feel like cuando los exámenes son así, ¿no, verdad? I feel like this just becomes such a disadvantage for the student. It just, Fulanito starts here, and I feel like the other student has to start from all the way back here because of the difficulty of the exam, ¿no, verdad? So what do you think is the solution to that? You think getting rid of the exam or coming up with something different to test their ability?
Yeah, I think they need to come up with something different. I feel like as a teacher, the first thing that comes to a student is the oral part, right? And the exam has that oral part, but it's very robotic. A kid doesn't speak like a robot, you know? Like, we could have a regular conversation like, hey, how's your day? And you'll see how they improved. And you're like, wow, like, this kid is actually speaking English. That's the first thing that comes. The test has speaking, listening, and writing. writing is the last thing that's gonna come to a child. So that's where like the most points go to, like towards
man.
writing. Like
That's
you
not
know,
even- yeah.
the oral is something quick, like what do you see in this passage or whatever it is, which is easy, right? But then you have the reading part, the comprehension part, and then you have the writing. It's really hard. I feel like we shouldn't be doing that to our children. We
Exactly.
shouldn't, especially if you have kids who've been here all their life, or even adults that can't even answer those questions.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
And you know what it is, too? Like, con los estudiantes que saben dos idiomas, or like the ones that struggle to speak English and no Spanish, in reality, if the way I look at it, I look at those kids to have more of an advantage than the ones that only speak English.
100%.
You speak 2 languages, my guy. Like, come on. That says, solamente con
More job
eso.
opportunities.
Yeah, and not only that, that says a lot about your brain capability. Like, tú sabes 2 idiomas y te sabes
Pues eso
comunicar
tiene
en 2
más.
idiomas.
Yeah. I tell my kids the same thing.
But I feel like in this country, because it's a mainly English-speaking country, they make it seem as a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Y en verdad no es. It's an advantage
Lo hacen ver así when they're in school.
when they're in
But
school.
once they're out of school, oh, you speak Spanish? Oh, we
In the
definitely need
workforce.
you.
In the
We
workforce,
need you.
yeah.
But in the education system, the bilingual kids are at the bottom, along with the special ed students, which is just like, you know what? It's messed up.
It's messed up. I
Because
think so.
when they graduate high school and college, they want someone who speaks more than one language.
Yeah.
In New York, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Hispanics like the highest population
In New
I
York?
think
in New
so,
York?
yeah.
Something like that?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, I think all over the states.
All
We're all over.
Like,
We're
that's
all
what
over.
I'm saying. So, like, si tú eres una compañía, puede ser de teléfono, cualquier cosa.
Cualquiera.
La mayor gente quiere hablar español or something on the
You
phone.
need
And you
Spanish.
need a worker
You
that,
need it.
that could, communicate with that person or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, any other language, even if it's not Spanish, I feel like,
Anything.
yeah, you already have
Anything
an
is a
advantage.
plus.
If you're bilingual, you're already a step ahead of the person that only speaks English or the person that
100%.
only speaks Spanish. Porque tú te puedes defender en in both arenas, you feel me?
100%. And I think that's why right now I'm called a dual language teacher, like I was explaining to you guys earlier. And I think that's why I love that program so far. I love it because it shows the importance of both languages. It shows that English is just as important as Spanish and vice versa. Nice. And I have kids in my class who are not Latinos, who are from Jamaica, who are from India, and they're in my classroom learning Spanish.
That's dope. So now I know we spoke about the program earlier off the mic. What is it again? So people can know what you're talking about.
So it's called a dual language program, and it's basically it's 50% Spanish and 50% English. So students are getting instruction in both languages equally.
Nice.
So every school runs their program differently. You have the roller coaster model, which is one teacher, and it will be maybe 3 days in Spanish, 2 days in English. And
Same
the next,
teacher.
Same teacher, and your classroom is divided in Spanish and English, which I did in my first year. Second year is I did it, and this year I'm doing it with another teacher. We're in complete different classrooms. We have 2 different classrooms as well, the red and the blue. So they go see me. The red class is with me for 1 week. Everything's in Spanish. Science, social studies, every subject is in Spanish. When they go to her next week, it's in English, and then I get the other classroom.
That's dope.
That's fine.
That's dope.
I like that.
I like that too.
So it's good.
It's
you know?
different, too.
It's definitely different. You see the non-Latino students struggling with Spanish. So it's like a different. It's nice to see that too. It's like, yeah, now you know what
How it feels.
your other classmates are going through.
Wow.
Trying to learn English.
You see, I didn't think
to
about
learn
that.
English.
So you're literally putting other students in
Is it
in the other kids' shoes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's
Different
harder to teach
perspective.
Spanish. It's definitely harder to teach Spanish.
It
I
is.
feel.
Con los acentos y todo
Los
lo vaina.
acentos, they don't get like the different sound. They just don't get certain things. Double R's, double
I was just gonna say
L's.
that la R.
La
La
H
ñ.
silenciosa, la ñ. We have extra words in the ABC.
Yeah. Good for them, para que aprendan,
Yeah.
coño.
Yeah.
No, pero es bueno.
No, es excelente.
Dito.
Mira, dito, nene, para que sufran un poco con el español.
But yeah.
No, mentira, es relajando. Yo pienso que eso es muy importante. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's one of those things that it's good that you want to do more with that, because I remember going through it, y no era fácil. Like, the kids do make fun of you because, y especialmente, por ejemplo, cuando mi experiencia personal, ¿quién es? Rush Hour 3?
Celine Sánchez.
Vamos a ver. Oh my God! I would have said that. I knew it was her, bro. I remember the red lingerie.
You see?
Look for the red lingerie.
He was there quiet, but he was looking for it too. He was not letting that one
There
go.
you go.
Okay, so Rosalyn Sanchez. She is Puerto Rican, right?
Cheers.
Yeah, ella es de Mayagüez, yo creo.
Nigga,
Mayagüez, mira,
Yeah,
mira lo de Mayagüez.
No, mentira, relajando.
Okay.
There you go. So you could be in Rush Hour 5. Porque
Rush
ya
Hour
van a ser las
5.
4, and then I could be like, because ellos se van a retirar, so.
So you're gonna
that's
be like,
true.
yeah, I saw her walking down by the hospital that one time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I
All
didn't
right.
want to be a
So
creep.
check it out.
By the way, Chico Swag is a creep lady. Be
Hey,
careful.
yo, whoa,
stalking
whoa,
me.
whoa, whoa. This what happened.
He was, yo,
He's been
Team wasn't
stalking
here.
me,
Team
even
wasn't
at
here,
my
so I can
job.
explain it to
Tell,
team.
tell the story.
Alright,
Tell the
so-
story to team.
I'm a little afraid. I'm a little
Aight.
afraid.
Hey, Diaz, espérate. Look, so, like, I had followed her because of Bobo, right? He posted her and stuff like that, and we actually posted on Aqui Chillin.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm visiting PJ in Montefiore, right? She works by there. And
Right
then
next to it. Qué coincidencia.
right?
Coincidencia.
Right.
Let's go with that story.
Let's just go with that story.
Right? So I'm sitting in my car, and I notice she's walking up the hill. I recognized her.
He was
but-
sitting in his car with a hoodie and shades
Listening
on.
to music.
in a leather jacket.
In a leather
Inspector jacket. Inspector Gadget. Right? So I'm like, shit, nah, I'm not gonna say anything, right? So, and ya pasé, but la vi, I recognized her. And I was telling her that it would have been a creep moment if I would have put down my window like, hey, what's up? Like,
Now he would have been he would have been like, "Hey, can't wait to see you on Saturday when you come to the show."
no, another thing, yo no sabía que ella venía para acá.
Oh, when you saw her that time.
Yeah, of course.
How long was this? How long ago was this?
A week. That was when we went to Poconos.
So it's like, but
Last week. So, anterior.
oh, okay, it's
Like,
2 weeks.
casi 2 weeks. Casi
When
2
school
weeks.
started, what a
Uh-huh.
coincidence.
Damn. I was, damn.
He was trying
Now
to,
you know my
I got
address to where I
caught.
live.
I got
Espérate, I
caught.
gotta be careful with him.
he was trying to sign up for the second grade class. What was that Adam Sandler movie when he had to go back to school? Mr. Not Mr. Deeds. Billy Madison, I think it was.
Yo no vi esa
Do y'all know who
película,
Adam
bro.
Sandler is?
I love him. I love
Yeah.
my favorite movie is Just Go With It. He's in it with Jennifer Aniston.
Just go with
Oh.
it. That sounds like a
Yeah.
lovey-dovey movie, right?
You
It
like-
kind of is, but it's funny. It's like
What kind of movies you like?
I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
romance
Ay,
and comedy.
Dios mío.
I love
Vamos a hablar.
comedy.
Romance. What type of
¿Tú eres
romance
casada?
movies?
No, I'm not married.
¿Por qué?
Because I'm not married. Why you rushing me?
She's
to
trying to
get
change the
married?
world, the education system.
I'm trying to shape our future.
I hear you. So, romance.
What's your favorite romantic movie? Don't tell me Titanic.
I think I like The Notebook.
Save the Last Dance.
The Notebook is good. The Notebook.
I
I don't have a favorite one. I think I like comedy first and then
Okay.
romance.
Okay.
That's
Comedy's
how I'll put
cool.
it.
Yeah, I
like
like
that.
comedy. You know what I don't like? And I know, we just chilling, but you know what I don't like? Horror movies.
A mí tampoco.
No.
maybe.
Yo
How
le
about-
tengo miedo.
I don't
You
understand how
scared?
people.
Yo,
me neither.
I know, I'll be telling them, I'll be watching, I'll be like,
It's
esto
not
es
real.
una película,
Me
nada
too,
más.
me too.
Pero I'll be the one on the corner like,
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Me too. I cover my eyes and I don't like going. I don't see the point of going to the movies to get scared.
Nah.
I don't. So I will never. I don't watch. I haven't watched a scary movie in forever.
I go
sorry,
to
no.
analyze people.
No,
Para ver como la reacción de la
I
gente.
know. I don't like
You like
that.
scary movies?
I don't mind watching it.
I know
It's
what's your,
inter-
I
it's
know what's your
interesting.
favorite genre though.
What?
Action.
Of course, Rambo. Oh,
Rambo.
Rambo's
He loves
coming
Rambo.
out. Oh, it came out
We gotta go.
Friday.
It did?
Yesterday.
We should go.
We gotta go.
We gotta go.
You want to see Rambo? You
Yeah,
know
let's
about
do
Rambo?
it. Yeah, I do. Though. Let's go see it.
We could go see Rambo.
No, yo estoy mintiendo. I'm not you. I'm not pretending to be bawdy here. I'm lying.
Oh, shit.
She
Shots
just called you
fired.
out. You know, she just pulled your car too, and she got the right to pull your car.
Yeah, that's a
She's
fact.
a real boy.
Damn.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, Rambo, what, Rambo 10?
Diablo.
Not Rambo 6, right?
6.
Yeah, he's a Rambo
There's
fan.
another movie I wanted to watch. Hobbs and Shaw. You saw that movie?
No, I didn't, but I heard it's whack.
No. First of all, your friends are whack.
No, I didn't hear it from my friends.
Who you heard
I heard
from?
it from coworkers.
Well, your
Co-workers
coworkers is
Oh,
trash.
I don't know.
First of all, you work with fucking 60 years old people.
I do, and I work with young teachers too, though.
There's a lot of young teachers. I've noticed that.
But
Are
I
you
feel
the
like
youngest?
I feel like the younger teachers are in charter schools. I feel like I'm definitely the
You're the
youngest
Ooh,
person in
have
my
a question
school.
for you.
Charter schools?
I just have a question for you.
Go
Can I
ahead.
ask the question? Like,
Wait, hold up. Just for my knowledge, charter school is something that's
wait, you gonna
funded.
you gonna fuck up my question?
Oh,
bro.
that was your question.
You're gonna
Okay.
fuck up my question.
Okay.
You ready for this question?
Go ahead, let's see.
Simple. Now, what's the difference between a charter school and a public school?
Okay, so I hear different things about charter schools. So
Okay.
I don't want to say anything here and offend anybody. I have friends who teach in charter schools.
Okay.
I know people who teach at charter school.
And I know parents who have their children currently in charter schools, and they're telling me different things now. So I'm hearing positive things and negative things, just like a DOE school. I have coworkers who used to teach for charter school, and what they tell me, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I would want to work in a charter school, you know? So from my understanding, I have one of my coworkers, she says that they can fire you whenever they want. So, for example, the DOE, we have a very strong union. So for you to fire
important.
me,
We gotta go through court.
we have to go through a lot in order for you to
Or
fire
you have
me.
to do something very bad.
Really bad. And even when you do something bad, which that's the negative, like you could have been.
No,
doing
está frío. He's
something-
with the union, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
Oh,
with
she
the-
slapped that kid. Like, she good.
She good.
I'm just
Exactly.
kidding.
Unfortunately, charter school, I heard that if they feel, again, I don't know, so que nadie me mate. If they work in the charter
No,
school.
no, sí.
I hear that it's easier to just get rid of you. I hear that they don't take anything from kids in charter school. So if you have behavior problems, you're out. You're kicked out. You know.
So they're very strict.
They're
you're
very
saying.
strict. The DOE, you know, a kid is disrespectful, and you need to eat that.
Is
you
it
know?
independent though? Like in the sense that, como like,
Good
wasn't
question.
Diddy doing something like that?
He
that
did start a charter school in Harlem, I think
exactly.
it was.
So it's funded by him. It's different.
Yeah, you need
when,
to find somebody.
Cuando es de la,
Is it?
directly
So I
from-
guess the question is our charter schools still nonprofits or?
I'm gonna be honest. I won't be able.
And
to
if you don't
answer
have the
that.
answer, that's
yeah,
fine,
I
that's
wouldn't
fine.
be able to answer
Google.
that. I don't
That's cool.
really. I don't.
Siri,
really
is
know.
charter school? No, I'm just kidding.
I
Don't worry,
wouldn't
don't
know,
worry.
and I because of many of the people that I know have
Mm-hmm.
given me certain advice about charter schools. I've never looked into going to charter
Mm-hmm.
school. You know, I got into the DOE, and I know it's hard to get into the
Yeah.
DOE as it
Yeah.
is. So I'm like, I don't question nothing. I'm like, I'm staying in the DOE for right now.
That's fair. That's fair. Now, and I think at the end of the day, what's important is no matter if it's a charter school or a public school, that the right job is being done. You know, para educar a los chamaquitos.
Sí, porque hay muchos maestros que lo hacen solamente por los veranos, que
Yeah.
lo tienen libre, le están pagando dinero, and they just do it just
Yo,
to do
but
it.
let me tell you this:
Tell them.
teachers are underpaid.
No, we are. We definitely
I think
are.
teachers should be making minimum 6 figures.
Okay.
We're
I mean,
shaping the
that's,
future, and honestly,
No, porque ya son. ¿Quién cría a los hijos?
muchas veces no
Muchas veces. Aquí en los estados.
los celulares iba a decir yo.
no te pases, no te. Let me tell you,
Oye.
I work a lot with my.
That's what
I
I'm
feel
saying.
like I raised them.
You do.
You
I
are.
talk to
You
them on
do.
the phone. I text them. Earlier today, I could show you guys. I
Your
have a
class-
FaceTime.
How many hours you work?
I'm working from 8 to 2:20, but after that, I take some of my
Yeah.
kids home.
Not only that, their second home is your classroom.
That's what
They
I'm
spend
saying.
most of the time with me.
Home. I mean, they spend more time in school than at home.
Then at home.
They spend more time with you. That's what I'm saying.
They
El que
tell
cría
me-
a los hijos, en verdad,
En
En
verdad.
verdad.
son the teachers.
Sí, yo estoy de acuerdo.
And I
con
think
eso.
they're underappreciated. They're underpaid.
And not just that, we just don't teach. Like, I feel like I'm a psychologist. I feel like I'm
Everything.
a nurse. I'm
Everything.
everything. You know, I'm dealing. The other day, it's personal, but the other day, one of my students attempted suicide right in front of me.
That's
Wait, a
And-
second grader?
A second
Damn.
grader.
No
And,
way.
Damn.
Wow,
You know,
sorry
like,
to hear that. That's
for
crazy.
me to have seen that in the classroom, I had to take back a little bit, you know. And I deal with kids just comfortable telling me things, personal things that when I get home, it could be draining. Like emotionally, I feel drained a lot. Like I'm just like, I have days that I go home and I break down because I'm like,
Of
damn, like
course.
Yeah.
6 years old and you're going through this, like you're going through more than someone my age, you know. And it's really, and they just come to me in the morning and you could just tell they look sad. So then here I come asking them what's wrong. And they tell me, and I'm just like, oh, you're so young, going through so much already. And by the time I get home, I'm just having all their issues in my head
All the emotions.
that I snap or I just have a breakdown and I just have to just sleep it off.
How do you cope with that? Do you go home? Do you have a routine? Do you dance maybe?
So I haven't danced in a while. I took a break after college because I was doing my master's, so it was a lot happening. But I do.
I challenge you to a dance off after the podcast.
Let's do it. I'm with
I
it.
challenge you to a Harlem Shake.
I'm with it with some salsa because you said you could dance salsa, so I want to
No,
see it.
let's do bachata.
Vámonos.
No, yo
después
quiero
de todo-
salsa. La Bori está aquí, ain't you,
Oh,
Bori?
vámonos. We out to Iguanas after this. It's not far from here.
fuck is that?
Ya, ¿qué es eso?
Ah, nena, tú no sabes lo que es
Iguana.
Iguana.
Yo no sé
Eso
qué
es
es Iguana.
Iguana
Aquí
Lounge.
on 50-something Street hay una discoteca que se llama Iguanas. It's a Latin vibe. La
You
música.
dead ass?
I'm dead ass.
I thought you was playing around.
I'm serious. I'm playing around about going, girl. Not tonight,
care
but
about Iguanas.
but
Okay.
Iguanas. Look it up, and you're gonna like it because it's really dope.
Damn.
It's a
Check it
Mexican
out.
restaurant.
Are you promoting this right now? Are you promoting Iguanas?
Can we
over
do
here?
Oh
drugs
shit! Well,
there?
nah, I'm not even. I just been there so many times. I'm talking about it like
Might as well, right?
you know what I'm saying.
Can
But
we do drugs there?
you could do anything.
Hold
you
on,
want
I
there.
don't do drugs, guys.
First
Like,
of
I don't know
all,
what this
you're
crazy
doing
guy's
drugs right
talking
now.
about.
First of
This
all,
is legal, right?
Pero eso es droga.
No, eso no es droga.
Es
defiéndete.
Espérate.
Mira, no.
I said
Yo
that
soy
on
muy
purpose.
sana, muy sana.
Dile.
I said that on purpose.
I'm
Porque,
teaching the future. What are you
oye,
talking about?
mira, amorcito. Oye,
Oye, ¿cómo fue? ¿Cómo fue?
Una mujer así tú le vas a decir
mira,
amorcito.
amorcito.
Amorcito, amorzote.
Oh,
shit.
You're not that blessed anymore, right?
I'm not blessed no more. Oye, cuando tú tienes un dolor de cabeza, ¿qué tú coges?
Yo no tomo medicina. I don't take pills.
What?
Ella es
Just saying.
vegan. Ella lo que hace un chin de rama.
I take some teas. I take some herbs. I take some natural herbs.
Word?
Yeah, I like
But
the
you
herbs.
did
I do a
before.
lot, yeah, the herbs.
You did before. Tú cogías NyQuil.
Before, like when?
Tú cogías NyQuil.
No,
No,
you, me,
no.
who's this? I don't know what you're talking about.
Esa mujer es una mujer que solamente coge herbs.
Okay.
Herbs, yeah.
Herbs.
Hierba.
California.
Fumando hierba.
Real natural.
Real natural.
Bien natural. I like that.
Sativa or indicas or hybrids. No,
I don't know what you guys are talking about. What? Espérate, what?
I'm just saying, pues sí.
Oye, pero todo eso es droga. Esto es droga.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Pero
Speak
es
for yourself,
legal.
honey.
Yeah,
Es
tell 'em.
legal. El problema es que no es legal. Y hay algunos que son legales. Y ya.
Como
Toditos son
Tylenol.
droga.
Como
Porque-
Tylenol.
But
Como
alcohol
Tylenol
does a
is-
lot of damage for us, though, and it's
alcohol
legal.
does. So
Think
check
about
out the e-pens. Have you heard about what's going on with the electronic?
What's going on with
crazy.
that?
A lot of people dying.
Cancer, dica cancer.
Is it cancer? I like
They're saying
lung,
cancer and a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I mean, for a while, I was doing the weed pen,
Okay.
the THCs, and like yo lo usaba siempre, todos los días, vamos tranquilo. When I decided to stop, yo,
Oh yeah, you told me you were like.
my anxiety y toda la vaina, it was crazy, como un crackhead. Like yo ni podía manejar, yo tenía miedo para manejar.
But I think it's not. You weren't really smoking. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Something natural.
You're not, eso es synthetic.
It's synthetic, so
Synthetic.
it's not like smoking the actual
Es,
herb.
es el
Yeah.
problema. Yo no cuando tú fumas marihuana regular.
Es lo mismo con the hookah pens that started. Remember
Eso
those
mismo.
the vapes?
Yeah.
Porque tiene
That was
nicotina
not good
también.
either for you.
Oye, lo que están diciendo es que en estos pens, like the regular e-cigarettes and the THC pens, que le están echando vitamina E. So,
Okay.
vitamina E es bueno para, por ejemplo, para untarte o like the way
Para
you
la piel, sí,
consume
bueno.
it. You could eat it like in a pill.
Yeah.
El problema es, supposedly, don't quote me on this, I'm not a doctor, fuck out of here. Que you're not supposed to inhale vitamin E. And that's why people are dying.
I didn't know that. Something new.
Well, I'm a doctor. I got a PhD in
Este es como que bien embustero.
No, esto es verdad, todo lo que está diciendo.
En verdad, esto es real.
En verdad.
Yo soy real
Tú
hasta
vives en
la...
una fantasía.
Mira, nena, yo soy real
Hasta la muerte.
Hasta la muerte. Brr, brr.
Tenemos a Anuel en la casa.
Pues sí. How you feeling?
I feel good. How
Feel
you
good?
feeling?
You know about that 6ix9ine
Great.
situation?
Yeah, he's
What do you think
just
about
What do you think about that?
telling on everybody.
If your second grade class was sitting here and you had a PowerPoint with 6ix9ine's face on the board, what would you tell them?
El consejo que tú le
¿Qué tú
dices?
le dijías?
Don't be a snitch. Stop. But you know what? In that grade, they're snitches. Like, they tell on everything. And you see that, like, stop being a tattleteller. And they say everything.
Miss Vega,
He touched
Pedrito
me.
took the eraser from me.
Yeah, no.
Miss Vegas, can you believe mi madre no se lavó la nalga hoy?
Yo, we the worst, man.
Yo.
We the worst.
Damn, don't talk about if my kids are watching this, like, I don't think that about you. I don't.
Are you smarter than a second grader?
Yeah, I am.
Imagine a show like that. What was the show? Imagine if you're smarter than a fifth grader.
So let me ask you a question.
Go
Hold
ahead,
on.
let's see.
Let me see. And then I think it's pretty easy. I'm
Nah,
trying
tell
to think
me.
of something.
Ask away.
Ask me a Donald Trump question.
Este tipo no sirve.
Ask me a
No
Donald
sirve.
Trump question.
Muchacha.
You're not gonna ask me a question because I was ready to answer.
Better, I'm thinking because I feel like the question that I was gonna ask you is way too easy, and if you don't know it, we have a problem.
Oh,
so
shit. Then
I'm
she
not
gonna
gonna
judge
ask
you.
that.
Man, she's gonna judge me.
Let me see. I'm thinking. Oh my God, what can I ask you that my kids are currently learning about the 5 boroughs, so I'm sure you know the 5 boroughs. So I'm not gonna ask you that.
Okay.
You know them?
Next question. You
No.
was gonna
Better answer me the question. Answer me.
What is it?
I mean, it's Bronx, Brooklyn,
Of course.
Manhattan, Queens. Y aquí que yo me pierdo.
Nah, ¿cómo te vas a perder?
Because
Is it Staten Island or Long
that's what it gets me. You know
Dime.
what? But I'm gonna go with Long Island.
Nah.
Staten Island.
Y
Staten.
fuera.
So you see, it's not a tough question.
Damn, you see sometimes the same
Yeah, honestly, I've always had that confusion.
like team didn't even know either.
Nah, Yonkers is the Los Borough, though, honestly.
You see?
Damn.
Pero nadie habla
So
de
tell me what's north, south, east, west. Tell me here.
what borough?
Not
No,
just
like
tell me.
this-
Just tell me the directions. Where is it? Where's
Mira.
north?
Oh, north,
Uh-huh.
south, east,
Yeah,
west.
We got it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I used
You
to
positive?
Yeah. I was in
How
one of the-
positive are you?
Yo, I hate when y'all teachers do that shit.
Yeah,
yo.
like what is it a trick
Yo,
question? Like,
yeah, no, ella te pone presión así de que, are you sure? And you be like, yeah.
It's in the
You
textbook.
You
No,
answer them,
I don't
right?
do that. I don't do that to kids. I feel like it's mean. They're on the spot. Like I feel like some kids are so shy that when you put them on the spot, now you're making them more self-conscious. I think that's
Yeah.
mean.
They
I don't like
question,
doing
they
that.
question the answer.
Like no, now they're gonna learn. Now when they're gonna make a decision in the future, I feel like now they're double thinking everything. Like
That's
no,
true.
be secure about it. Whether you're wrong or right, we
Yeah.
all make mistakes.
That's
I tell
true.
them it is what it is. You know.
That's very
Sometimes
true.
when I'm teaching, I purposely make mistakes, and then they're like, "Miss Vega, that's wrong," and I'm like, "Really?" And I just do it so they can realize that it's
Oh, that's
important.
what's up.
That it's okay
pues tú
to
eres
make
buena
mistakes.
gente.
it's okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
ella
I'm a
buena.
cool teacher.
Ella
I'm
bacana.
also I dance with my kids too.
Okay.
I do after school with them. We do shows. So I'm
Nice.
still doing dancing.
Let
That's
me
what's
tell
up.
you something. La maestra de elementary school played the biggest role in kids' life. Why am I saying that? Because to this day, una de la maestra que tuvo the most influence en mi vida was a 3rd grade teacher.
For me too in 3rd grade.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell
Miss
you this,
Monge.
bro. I'm gonna tell you this. This how
She made me feel
I
so
agree.
comfortable.
I
Me
agree
too in
with
3rd
you.
grade.
I
3rd grade
agree
for
with
me.
you. You know why?
Damn.
Because tú me preguntas, name one, like, a last name of my high school teacher. Yo no me recuerdo.
Muy poco.
Pero yo me recuerdo de Miss Fernandez, de Miss Acevedo, 2nd grade, 3rd grade. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was the
Yo me
second,
acuerdo de
third.
my 3rd grade teacher, Miss Cancel.
Is it-
She
is
was
it different?
the one.
Yeah.
She
Es
used to
como-
gravitate me with dance and like she was really old, though, bien viejita.
yo hacía baile. ¿Tú
Pero-
sabes que
Yo.
me hicieron un baile? Yo hice un baile boricua.
Sí.
¿Cómo con
¿Qué
baile
tipo de
boricua?
baile
What does
boricua?
that
What
even
does that
mean?
mean?
What does that
Bomba,
even
plena,
mean?
salsa. What does it mean? Yeah,
No,
seriously.
but it was like a...
We gotta check them.
Hold on. It was a...
Déjame ver. That's like me saying un baile dominicano.
No,
What does
no.
that mean? Palo, bachata,
Dembow.
merengue, dembow. Which one is it, ¿verdad?
Espérate. I phrased it wrong. It was like, era un evento para the Puerto Rican heritage.
That's very different, bro.
Bien diferente.
Pero yo hice, era un baile, tú sabes.
¿Pero de qué?
Pero era with the Puerto Rican. I was representing
But
Puerto
what type
Rico.
of music were you dancing? You remember?
I don't know.
Es mentira.
It was
Un disco de playero.
nah.
Un reggaetoncito ahí, Bad
Mi
Bunny.
burrito sabanero, voy camino de Belén.
Oh man, that's such a second grade
That
class.
shit
song.
fire.
Yeah, my kids, I teach them that song. And we go
Nice.
around the school parrandeando, singing.
Yeah.
See, I was trying to grind, but the
You
shorty
want to know
wasn't- nah.
my first crush?
¿Qué pasaste?
You know, my first crush was on the teacher,
Word?
3rd grade dance teacher. Like 3rd grade was a big deal, man. She was a dance teacher. That was my first
Damn.
crush. Estaba buena.
I know you
I
be
think she was Puerto
searching
Rican
for,
too.
You never searched for her on Facebook?
I mean, why would I
Tiene
want
que estar viejita ahora con arrugas y todo. A lo mejor
No,
se murió
porque
de un heart attack.
en verdad, oye, en verdad.
En verdad.
Ella
Say
quizá
it
tiene
right.
50 ahora.
En verdad, era una licra que se ponía en tercer
No,
grado.
pero-
Acuérdate what we said earlier, the older the better, right? Like
Exact-
fine
no,
wine,
yo,
it gets
this-
better with time.
Yo, this
That's true.
50 years old.
Los tiempos han
que
You
se
have
ven
J-Lo.
mejores. J-Lo, mira, tiene 49.
Bueno,
Si esa era mi profesora, imagínate, yo la busco ahí por CIA.
Tú nunca sabes. Look it up. You never know. Maybe you can bring her in.
I don't remember her name though, but again, Miss.
It can't be that good if he doesn't remember the name.
That's crazy.
I want to say it's Miss Sanchez, but you know, there's a lot of Sanchez out there.
Mucha,
De
ya.
Sánchez,
Yeah.
muchacho, ya tú te
Ya.
quedaste,
Ya,
baby.
ya metí la pata, como dicen.
Ya te jorobaste.
Now let me ask you.
Jorobate.
Me
What's that?
jorobé,
Jorobaste,
jorobaste.
like instead of saying joder, jorobaste.
Jorobaste.
Just not
Jorobaste.
trying to curse, you know?
Yeah.
Quedaste- She's a
Tu
teacher.
prima en fina.
No, yo no primo encima.
Ella es fina.
Just here, you know. Gracias. See? You
Oh, no,
understand?
no.
I don't know about
I'm
you.
trying to be on the good side over here. I'm trying to be. Quiero estar frío, you know, so I could get good grades. No, let me stop. I'm just kidding. Pues sí. So what's next for you?
What's next? So, like I was saying earlier, I'm taking the year off from school. I plan on going back. Most likely, I want to go back for administration. And I have certain plans in mind that, you know, I'm not really ready to talk about because
Okay,
I'm
fair.
not sure about.
Okay.
And
Do you have them written down?
I do have them written down. I
Good.
do.
Do you write your goals?
I do. I write my goals. I
don't do
slacked
that.
last year, and I realized a big difference because when I was in high school and even in college, I used to write. I used to have a journal all the time. So I would write my goals. I would check them off. Like it would feel good, you know, like, oh, I got this, you know? So I think because I just got so caught up with school and teaching at the same time that I didn't do that. So I lost track of certain things that I wanted to get done. And I'm like, you know what? I just graduated. I spoke to one of my really good friends and I'm like, listen, I told her what I wanted to do. And she's like, yo, she's a teacher as well. She's like, I want to do that with you, whatever it is. And I wrote it down. It's already written down in my book.
Good.
And
Does
I'm
it
also,
help? Writing things down?
It does. You know
So
what
the
works
goal.
for me? Vision boards.
Okay, yeah, I have one. We always talk about this, right?
Yeah, right.
Because he feels his side is he doesn't need to, which some people don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm more on the side that I kind of do. Like I'm very
Porque like if I have
Go ahead.
something like un goal, like mi meta es para hacer like that is so strong in my head that I don't need to write. I'm over every day cuando yo me levanto, eso es la primera cosa que está en mi
perfect,
cabeza.
yeah.
I feel like you sometimes, but I think speaking from experience, before I got into grad school, I made this vision board because I used to read this book called The Secret. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but it's with the willpower or whatever. And
Sounds dirty.
no, it's not dirty. Why are you thinking dirty?
Es un secret.
Secret. No, a secret is, you know, being positive,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
being
the law of
grateful, the
attraction.
law of attraction.
Okay.
So I created this vision board before getting into grad school. And everything that's on that vision board, I have become. And it was because, you know, I was seeing that vision board every day when I would wake up from bed. Like it was just there. Even though it was in my head, I was also seeing it.
Yeah.
So the more you see something, the more you start believing it, you know,
and the more it comes to life.
the more it comes to life. Yeah.
And I don't disagree with you. I feel like that's actually a good thing that's a skill that you have. A lot of people need to write it down to get to a point where they don't need to write it down no more. So if you have your goal that you see it every day.
It's just a personal opinion because
Mm-hmm.
but if I have a goal and I have to write it down just personally, I'm like, I gotta get reminded of that goal. Like I know. And mi goal es ya yo sé.
Ya tú sabes,
But
yeah.
you see, when I write a goal, I don't look at it every day. Like I know people who look at it every day, or they need to see it like once a month. Like for me, I write it down just because I like writing.
Okay.
Like I just genuinely like writing,
like
so I
writing.
will write it down, and then like half of the time I forget that I wrote a certain goal down, and I'm like, oh my god, like I've been done this like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, you know. So I know people who write it and they need to see it every day, like every morning or every night. I don't do that. I just write it down just to write
Just
it
to have
down.
it.
Y después yo cierro esa página and no la vuelvo a ver otra vez. So,
Yeah, I'm a little bit of the same. But yeah, everyone has a different approach to that.
everyone's different.
Team, you write your goals?
He has each one of them tattooed on his back.
Hey. Él tiene el mapa de Nueva York.
Está como Anuel. Tattooing everything.
Tattooing everything. That's dope, man. ¿Y qué mensaje tú? So, for younger educators, like people coming up trying to become teachers, ¿qué mensaje tú le daría, or what would you want people to know about this profession?
I think, honestly, my message will be not to get into this job just because you have the summers off or because of the pay or the benefits.
Damn, that means I can't do it no more.
I feel like, yeah, it's a nice thing to have your summers off, right? Mm-hmm. It's a good thing that we have great benefits. It's great that we have the weekends off. But being in this career path, I've realized I've met a lot of teachers. I've met more teachers who don't care that care, and it truly does break my heart. I'm not saying this because I'm here with you guys, but I go into work and I care for my students more than I care about the academic part. Like these kids, I never realized how much students suffer on a daily basis. They're going through a lot. I have kids who live on shelters. I have kids who have abusive home. I have kids whose parents are drug addicts. I have kids who their parents got killed in front of them. That's like I deal with a lot. And I feel like if you're only there to teach academically and just to teach them what the curriculum wants, and because of the summers off, you can't wait for summer to come, you're in the wrong profession. Like, you should not be there with kids. Kids need to have some love. They need to see that, someone wants to water, like, the roots, like the seeds, so they can grow.
Yep.
Because I see it all the time. Growing up in high school, I will know teachers, I will say, well, I'm going to get my paycheck regardless, Yeah. So it's just like, I think you need to be passionate. You have to want to change. You're not going to change the world because you're not.
No.
But you can change certain lives. I'm not going to change all 42 kids of my life.
I like that.
But I'm going to change at least half or at least 10 kids.
Yeah.
As long as I make an impact. And I see it every year as it goes by. I have students who I still, after school, I go take them out. We're going to go out to eat. We go to the movies. They come to my house. Yeah. And I know I changed their lives,
of course.
But people go like, oh, I'm going to go into the education field and I'm going to change the world. So you're not going to change the world. You're not.
You can't.
You can't. But you can change certain
lives.
Certain students' lives. I have certain students that are not my students. They are fifth graders and they come to me for advice or whatever. I know I'm going to have an impact on that student or whatnot.
I think you hit
that's jackpot.
Yeah, you hit the nail in the head con eso, porque again, a teacher plays such a big role in the student's life that you could either send them on the right path or you could send them on the wrong path. Because a veces, como tú dices, los jóvenes van a la escuela con su problema que a veces no pueden ni comunicárselo a los padres porque a veces los padres son los que causan el problema. So, a veces la maestra o el maestro que tiene la oportunidad de comunicarse con el estudiante son los que pueden darle el mensaje necesario para motivarlo, try to get them on the right path, So you're absolutely right with what you're saying, and I encourage you y te felicitamos por lo que tú estás haciendo,
Gracias.
It's definitely, you're doing something big. You shouldn't belittle it, and you should take it for what it is. I think a teacher does change life.
They do.
They do change life. They have the power to do it. So,
and like you guys said, I mean, I don't spend more time with anyone else than my children. And vice versa. They see me all the time.
I say it all the time.
And it's a big influence. Like last year, I'm vegan, so my kids, like, I have kids who spoil me. Like, my kids spoil me. It's a nice perk of being a teacher. They bring me breakfast and stuff. So the kids will notice that I was eating fruits, and that's one of the things I tell them when I'm presenting myself. I'm like, I'm vegan. They don't know what vegan is, some of them, and they learn what vegan is. And I literally have 2 kids from last year who became vegan because I was vegan.
Damn,
and like, it's just the influence you have, like in the mornings I will be eating fruit and they'll be like, oh, why you eat fruit? Like, and then I was getting them Dunkin' Donuts at the beginning. And then towards the end, they wanted whatever I was eating.
Nice.
So I would have to go to the supermarket and get those big baskets of fruits.
Muchacho.
Y se lo comían. They were happy. But kids imitate. So whatever an adult is doing, they see it, they follow it. They're sponges, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
So it's I feel like teachers play a big influence in students in general with everything.
I think they do.
They do.
They act like you too.
Like
I
think they just parents and teachers están ahí.
Yeah.
Sí.
That's true.
Especially at that young age, porque
so we can't chill forever. Pero una pregunta que me llegó a la mente, right? How's your relationship with the parents?
It's amazing.
Yeah?
Parents, I have yet to have. I don't want to jinx it. I did at the beginning, my first year, I had an issue with one parent because she thought I was really young. And, it was like questioning me a lot, you know, and I don't blame her. Like, you know, I'm teaching her son, and it's a brand new teacher. She doesn't know what she's doing. I get it. You know, my second year, I had a teacher who was my coworker, and I had her son. And, you know, we didn't really get along. So it was like, oh, like, you have my son and you're a second-year teacher. But my parents, I feel like the Latino parents, they don't question the teacher. They give me permission. They're like, tienes que darle, tú le das un cocotazo. Y yo te lo escribo ahí, you know? And I tell my kids, I'm like, te voy a dar un cocotazo. And they're like, ay, mi vega. I'm not going to hit them, obviously. But they just, Latino parents just trust teachers so much. And I think I have a good relationship with them. We text. With most of them, we text. They invite me to the house. Like, come eat, you know, whatever. They're real nice. I can't complain so far. This is my third year, like I said, and I love everything. The students, the parents, each class is special, and each student has taught me something different.
Nice. That's what's up. When we're going to enroll on her class?
No. I don't have space. I don't have space for this one right here.
I was just about to tell her, like, yo, si uno de tus estudiantes, I know you're a vegan, but if he brings some pizza or a burger, you can just call me.
He's going to be the one that...
Who are you? I don't know you.
Yo soy el recycle.
No, mira. No. After you was stalking me. No.
Oh.
Tengo un stalker yo aquí.
Vamos, we got to put a restraining order on this guy.
That's crazy.
I gotta make sure when I leave from here that, guys, if you don't see me after this,
you know what it is.
What
like,
happened.
they call me Inspector Gadget. So before we get the guests, I had to like, you saw me with the...
So I used to watch that show in Spanish in Puerto Rico.
That was fire.
El Inspector Galle.
El Inspector Galle. Inspector Galle. With his big, how you call it, the coat?
Trench coat.
The trench coat.
Y el perrito.
Y el perrito,
I used to watch that every day before.
Didn't he have a lupa too? The little
eso es lo que yo te estaba mirando por eso.
La lupa.
I was like, dame ver. I was like, I saw you like this, and then I had to put the lupa.
La lupita.
And Jeter was the perrito. You heard Jeter was the perrito. He has a dog. His name's Jeter.
No, pero es que de verdad tú eres un stalker.
Oh, yo!
Hasta que el perrito lo tiene.
Yo, team, this is going to be the clip we're going to use. Yo, para Halloween.
¿Tú te vas a vestir para Halloween?
Sí, yo me voy a vestir. Tú no te vas a vestir, ¿verdad? Porque ya tú estás scary, you know?
Oh, shit! I love this. She's flaming you.
She's flaming me. No guest has flamed me like this.
Yeah, this is the first time.
He started with me this morning. He started with me early before we started.
Well, first of all, how about you tell him about your perrita outfit for Halloween?
Yo no soy ninguna perrita. You're confusing me, honey.
Oh, no.
Confusing me.
That's what you said before.
No, I'm confusing you. I'm gonna be you for Halloween. I think that's scary, you know?
Yo pensaba que tú ibas a ser una
Yo, that's
chihuahua.
a problem, maker.
No, mira, perro que ladra no muerde, so I'm not gonna be a chihuahua, trust me.
Pitbull.
Pitbulls do action, they don't talk.
Oh, bull.
Chihuahua. How you gonna offend me like that?
I mean, because you're so little, you know what I'm saying?
I'm little, but that doesn't mean nothing.
Yo tengo 6'5" compared to you, know what I'm saying?
6'5", mira eso.
6'5".
Someone come
Flip
get
that
him.
over, it's 5'6".
5'6"?
No, hold on, I'm 5'7". Hold on, stop playing.
Let me see if I can... Mira, yo soy malo, porque mira, let's see if I got your name right. I know...
Uh-oh.
Which one?
Your middle name? No, your middle name.
The sixth name, the seventh
name.
No,
I'm trying to get your middle name right. Thais. I said it.
Thais.
No me grites.
Kelani.
Thais.
Jelani.
Yo, he said that. He called you
No, you know, I
Telanis.
confused
So, you know, Kelani's comes from Karaya. You confused it with my Instagram name.
Yeah, es que tú me tienes loco. Tú no puedes
I've had a couple of people call me Karaya. Like when I was at the barbecue, people were calling me Karaya. I'm like, that's not my name. But
You bugging.
it's okay.
Karaya,
cool.
Thais,
No, Jelani Thais Vega. Botero.
Fernández, Guadalupe.
Fernanda Guadalupe. Mira, you trying to be funny right now? Explícame.
Te puso como 30 apellidos ahí.
It's okay, I'll get him later, no te preocupes.
Nice.
Yo lo cojo bajando.
Thais in the house.
Bajando. She's mad body, bro.
She's mad body.
Me too.
Vamos para iguanas after this. A ver si ella baila de verdad.
Iguana.
You brought your dancing shoes?
You're not ready.
Ey.
¿Estás supposed to be salsa?
No, eso era cumbia.
You
Cumbia,
didn't even
cumbia.
drink your drink.
Pero mira, él me sirvió extra.
No,
Pero
it's
eso
good.
fue hace una hora.
Bueno.
Chug.
Chug. Oh, look at your teacher chugging out here. Let me stop.
That's gonna be the main clip.
That's gonna be the main clip.
It was apple juice.
The main clip is gonna be that you chugging it and me going like,
Apple juice,
With
apple
the
juice,
blink.
apple juice.
Bueno, you know, we can't chill forever, so Thais, you've been fucking awesome. Sorry for my French.
It's
That's
okay.
a
You guys
fact.
been
You know what I'm
awesome,
saying?
too.
you've been awesome.
You know?
Okay, you've been cutting ass on me, but it's cool.
Nah,
started it. I
it's
gotta finish it.
Oh, I love this, man. Yo, this is so awesome. Well, the school year started for you, which I kind of hated because I live next to a school, so when I park, I have to move it at a certain
In
time.
the morning before
And
7
the
o'clock,
Before
right?
7 o'clock.
Traffic.
And just to tell you this, on Thursday, I got a ticket because I forgot. I got a $95 ticket because I didn't move my car on time.
Damn.
But it's usually 60, 95.
90,
And now it went
60?
up. It went up.
That happened
It went
to
up,
me.
I think. 95
And
now.
also depends on the area too.
Yeah, I got a $95 ticket. So
Yeah.
I'm not
We
saying
need
nothing, Board of Ed, but I'm just saying, you know.
Now they need to chill with that.
Yeah, because people live in the area, you know.
It's
but,
for the buses. That's what it is. But they don't need that
The
much space.
traffic is crazy.
yeah,
though, in the
traffic
morning.
is crazy now. Pues sí. But, you know,
You drive after school?
I do. If I do after school,
No, drive.
oh yeah, I drive.
Okay.
House
But y'all
park.
could park and
Yeah.
there.
No. I'm all. I
You
mean,
don't have,
you
like,
were
a
around
pa-
the area, so right now my school's doing construction. I thought you would know this.
They were.
So, there's
but
no
look,
parking for
can
us.
you put like, y'all don't have like a paper or slip or badge or some
It's the
shit?
first 20 teachers that do it. In my school, there's 1,000 and something students, so there's over like 40 teachers.
No, but you see where they say like, oh, you can't
I know,
park.
but what I'm answering is that it's first come served. So like for example, I signed up for it, but I missed out because everybody was on it for the school. So they only sent 40 of those papers to put up.
Damn.
You should make a copy and give me one so I could put it in my car.
Me
I
too.
mean, dime, yo no tengo ni uno and I'm the teacher.
Yeah, but it's like you look.
But you know what? If I do get one, I hope, I
I'm
got
just
you guys. I got you. Send it over.
No, just
¿Tú me
kidding. Ella es responsable.
Pa' ti, no pa'
Ay, no,
él. because
Yeah, frío,
He
He
frío.
has his way to get around, you know.
Oh, man.
Crazy.
Thais, you are Aqui Chillin family.
Nah, you know,
Oficialmente, so you-
tú estás caliente.
No, no,
Nah,
no.
mentira.
Caliente.
Bueno,
Nah,
what's
we
this?
appreciate
Was
you.
it episodio 30?
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Episodio 30.
Okay. No. Confirm it.
Confirm it. Confirmation. It is
Wow,
episodio 30. Yo, we didn't even keep track. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. But you know what? Thank you for being
Thank you
here.
guys for
Thank you
having
for
me here.
coming.
It was awesome.
We're gonna
Yeah.
set up the Rush Hour movie. ¿Tú me entiendes?
Yeah, me dejan saber, you know. Me dejan saber.
Oh man, this is so dope. We thank you so much for chilling con nosotros. You know what I'm saying? Y gracias por compartir all your knowledge about what you do as a teacher.
Yeah.
No, thank you guys for having me. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely. It was good.
And next time I'll promise not to give you the wrong address.
Yeah, I would have been in Jersey right now.
Damn.
That George Washington tour was that like
Oh
$16 to go,
my
$16 to come
God.
back.
Nah, they don't charge us to go.
I'm telling you, would have had to been on
Really?
FaceTime. We would have
Sick.
been.
We would have put you right here like this.
Bueno.
Like, ¿cómo tú estás?
No, you would have found my location and you would have been right there. What are you
For
talking
real.
about?
Creep.
Oh,
Bueno, thank you again for joining us. Episodio número 30 with Thais.
Muchas
En la
gracias.
casa.
Thais, Karaya _
Loon.
Loon.
Lunes.
Loon.
We out of here.
Monday moon.